Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, they must know something I don't? Maybe you've wondered if they were just born lucky, naturally talented, or connected to the right people. We've all felt that way, because somewhere along the way, we were sold a lie that says success is a secret, a mystery, a hidden formula that only the rich, the gifted, or the chosen ones can access. That's the lie. From a young age, we're told stories of overnight success. We see people make it and think, wow, they must have figured out something big. We hear words like breakthrough, hack, secret formula. But no one shows us what happened behind the scenes. No one shows the system. So we keep searching. We keep hoping for that one big idea, that one perfect moment, that one lucky break. And in that search, we overlook the real truth. Success is not hidden. It's built, step by step, day by day. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried something new, got excited, then gave up when it didn't work fast enough? That's the effect of the lie. We think success is supposed to be fast, effortless, flashy. We don't see the boring parts, the quiet work, the long nights, the small wins that no one claps for. So when results don't show up right away, we assume something's wrong with us. We think, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I don't have what it takes. But the truth is, you were just following the wrong map. You see, success doesn't come from secrets. It comes from systems. Think about it. The most successful people, athletes, business owners, creators, leaders, they didn't find a shortcut. They built a system that worked for them. They created a set of habits, rules, and routines they followed. And they followed them every single day, whether they felt like it or not. That's the truth. Nobody tells you. So why do we keep believing the lie? Because we live in a world of highlight reels. Social media shows us the celebration, not the process. We see the wins, not the work. We see someone with millions of followers, and we don't see the years they spent talking to no one. We see the best-selling author, but not the 1,000 drafts they threw away. We see the millionaire, but not the decades of discipline behind the scenes. So we assume there's something they know that we don't, when in reality, they just kept going when most people quit. Here's the truth. Success is boring. It's unsexy. It's repetitive. It's quiet. And that's why most people miss it. Because we want the fireworks. But success is found in the routine, in doing the small things right again and again. It's found in showing up when no one's watching, doing the work when no one claps, and believing in the process when results don't show yet. You don't need more motivation. You need a map, a structure, a repeatable system you can follow, and that's what this video is about. We're going to break that lie. We're going to replace the fantasy with something real, something powerful, something you can use every single day. Because once you stop chasing secrets, you can start building systems, and that's when everything changes. Let me leave you with this. If success were truly a secret, no one would have it. But people do have it. People do grow. People do win. And it's not because they're better than you. It's because they stopped searching for magic and started building systems that work. You can do that too, because success was never hidden from you. It was just disguised as hard work and consistency. Now that you know the lie, let's uncover the truth. Let's forget everything you've been told about success for a moment. Forget the cars. Forget the fancy houses. Forget the applause, the followers, the money. Because that's not what success is. That's just the result, not the definition. So what is success? Here's the truth. Success is progress, made with purpose. Let me say that again. Success is progress, made with purpose. It's not about being the richest. It's not about being the smartest. It's about moving forward, step by step, towards something that matters to you. Think about it. Every day, you have a choice. You can repeat yesterday, or you can take one step closer to where you want to be. That one step, that's success. It might not be loud. It might not be exciting, but it counts. If today you wake up with a goal, you work toward it with focus, you learn from your mistakes and keep going, you're already successful. Because success is not a destination. It's not a finish line. It's a direction. We've been told success is something we arrive at, like it's a place we magically appear one day. But here's the truth. Success is not an event. It's a lifestyle. It's what you do daily. It's how you think, how you choose, how you grow. That's why some people look successful on the outside, but they feel lost on the inside because they chased results, not purpose. They climbed a mountain that wasn't theirs, and when they reached the top, they felt empty. Don't let that be you. True success starts with clarity. Clarity about what matters to you, not to your parents, not to your friends, not to society, but to you. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to build? What do I value? What do I want to feel proud of 10 years from now? Your answers to those questions. That's your real definition of success. And once you know that, every step you take in that direction becomes powerful. Now listen closely. Success is not just about reaching your goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps going, no matter what. You might fall. You might fail. You might have to start over again and again. But as long as you're moving forward, you are not failing. You are forging. You're building discipline. You're building character. You're building you. Let's simplify it even more. Success is doing what you said you'd do, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Success is waking up and saying, today, I'm going to keep building. That could mean starting your business. It could mean showing up to your job with pride. It could mean healing, learning, improving. Whatever it is, if it matters to you, it counts. There's no single path to success, but every real path has one thing in common. It's built, not given. It's earned with effort, with time, with belief. And that's good news, because it means success is not reserved for the lucky. It's not just for the chosen few. It's available to anyone who's willing to grow. It's available to you. Let me ask you something. Have you made progress, any progress, this week? Did you show up when it was easier to quit? Did you try again after failing? Did you take one small step forward? Then you're succeeding. You may not see the results yet, but you're building something that lasts. You're building the life you want, on purpose. And that is the definition of real success. So let's stop chasing what others call success. Let's stop comparing our path to someone else's highlight reel. You don't need to look rich to be rich in purpose. You don't need to be famous to be valuable. You don't need to impress anyone to be successful. All you need is a clear direction, a decision to grow, and the discipline to show up every single day. That's what real success is. And once you see that clearly, everything begins to change. Let's get to the heart of it. You want success, not just once, not just for show, but real, lasting, unshakable success. So what's the core of that kind of life? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not even motivation. It's two simple things: habits and decisions. These two are the building blocks of every success story you've ever heard. And if you can master them, you don't need motivation. You'll have momentum. Let's start with habits. Think of habits like the invisible engine behind every result. The things you do every day, often without thinking, are shaping your future. Your habits are either working for you or working against you. There is no in-between. The question is, are you in control of your habits, or are they in control of you? We often wait for big moments to change our lives, but big change doesn't come from big moments. It comes from small, repeated actions. Waking up 30 minutes earlier, choosing water instead of soda, writing one paragraph instead of scrolling. These seem tiny, almost too small to matter, but they compound, and over time, they build something powerful. Discipline. Discipline is what gets results when motivation is gone. Because, let's be honest, you won't always feel inspired. You won't always feel like it. But if your habits are strong, you don't need to feel inspired. You just need to follow the system. That's what successful people do. They don't rely on willpower. They rely on structure. They set rules for themselves, simple, daily rules, and they follow them like their life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Now, let's talk about decisions. Every day, you're making choices. Some feel small: what to eat, whether to exercise, whether to scroll or focus. Some feel big: who to spend time with, what project to start, what to walk away from. But here's the truth. Small decisions shape your life just as much as big ones. Why? Because your decisions are the steering wheel of your life. And when you make the right choices again and again, you begin to steer toward the life you want. Here's a powerful truth. Your current life is the result of your past decisions. Your future life will be the result of the ones you make today. Let that sink in. If your life isn't where you want it to be, don't blame your past. Change your patterns. Start with the next decision, the next habit, the next step. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to make one better choice over and over again. Let me show you how simple this can be. Want better health? Start walking 15 minutes a day. Want more focus? Start turning off your phone during work time. Want success in business? Start showing up every day, even if it's just one email, one post, one step. Because the system doesn't need to be extreme, it just needs to be consistent. Here's a secret. You become what you repeatedly do, not what you say you'll do, not what you want to do, but what you actually do every single day. So ask yourself, what do your daily habits say about your future? Because habits don't lie. They show exactly where you're headed. And if you don't like the direction, you don't need to panic. You just need to adjust the system. Now let's connect it all. Your habits are the actions. Your decisions are the choices behind those actions. When you align both, when your decisions are strong and your habits are consistent, you build a system that works on autopilot. You don't have to wonder, guess, or hope. You just follow the process you've designed, and the process leads you to the goal. Remember this, success isn't one big choice. It's 1,000 small ones. It's choosing to wake up early, to focus instead of scroll, to say yes to growth and no to distraction, again and again and again. And the best part, every single person, including you, can build that kind of system. You don't need to be special. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to decide and then do. So what will you choose today? Will you drift back into old patterns? Or will you decide right now to start building habits that support your future? The answer to that question, that one decision, might be the turning point of your entire life. It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about making the next right choice, and then repeating it until your future becomes real. Let's be honest. Most people don't fail because they're not smart enough. They don't fail because they're not talented. They don't even fail because they don't want success. They fail for one reason. They don't follow through. That's it. They start, but they don't stay. They get excited, but not committed. They talk big, but act small. And if you've ever felt stuck, or if you've ever quit halfway, you're not alone. But now, it's time to break the pattern. Because if you understand why most people fail, you can do the opposite and win. Reason 1, they want fast results. We live in a world of quick fixes and overnight success stories. People want a six-pack in 6 days, $1 million in a month, a dream life without the work. But here's the truth. Success takes time. Real, lasting success is not a microwave. It's a slow cooker. It simmers, it builds, and it demands patience. If you give up because things are slow, you're giving up on the process that actually works. Success is not for the impatient. It's for the consistent. So how do you avoid this trap? Stop chasing speed. Start chasing progress. Even slow progress is still progress. Reason 2, they wait to feel ready. Let me say something bold. You'll never feel fully ready, and you don't need to be. Most people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect mood, the perfect conditions, but perfect never shows up. And while you wait, opportunity passes by. The successful don't wait. They start scared. They move forward with doubt, and they grow while they go. So how do you avoid this trap? Start now. Start messy. Start anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Reason 3, they listen to the wrong voices. Everyone has an opinion, and if you let them, those opinions will kill your dreams. You're not good enough. That'll never work. Be realistic. Sound familiar? Sometimes it's other people. Sometimes it's your own inner critic. But if you believe every doubtful voice, you'll stop before you even begin. Successful people choose which voices to believe. They protect their mindset. They build walls around their vision. So how do you avoid this trap? Tune out the noise. Turn up the truth. Surround yourself with voices that lift you. Feed your mind with belief. Because doubt is loud, but it's not right. Reason 4, they focus on motivation, not systems. This one is huge. Most people rely on motivation, but motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. Some days you'll feel pumped. Other days You won't even want to get out of bed. If motivation is your engine, you're not going far. But successful people use something better: systems. They build routines. They follow structures. They show up even when they don't feel like it. That's the difference. So how do you avoid this trap? Don't depend on feelings. Depend on habits. If your system is strong, you don't need motivation. Your momentum will carry you forward. Reason 5, they quit too soon. This one hurts. So many people get so close to breakthrough and then they quit. Not because they can't do it, but because they didn't see results fast enough. They planted seeds, but they didn't wait for the harvest. Success isn't a straight road. It's full of detours, delays, and doubts. But here's what winners understand. Quitting guarantees failure. Pushing forward gives you a chance. Even when it's hard. Even when it's slow. Even when you're tired. So how do you avoid this trap? Make a decision to stay in the game no matter what. One more day. One more rep. One more try. You never know how close you are. Reason 6, they don't know their why. This is deeper than motivation. It's purpose. Most people chase success for surface-level reasons: money, fame, approval. But those things fade. When things get tough, and they will, only a strong why keeps you going. Why do you want success? What's at stake if you don't change? Who are you doing this for? If you don't know, you'll give up. But if you do, nothing can stop you. So how do you avoid this trap? Write down your why. Look at it daily. Make it your fuel. When your reason is strong, your fight becomes stronger. Let's bring it together. Most people fail not because they're incapable, but because they fall into these traps: wanting fast results, waiting to feel ready, listening to doubt, depending on motivation, quitting too soon, forgetting their purpose. But you're not most people. You're here because you want more. You're ready to build a system and follow it until success becomes real. And now you know what to avoid. You know what to fix. You know how to move forward. So do it. Take the next step. Ignore the noise. Follow the system and refuse to quit. Because the truth is, you don't fail when it gets hard. You fail when you stop. So keep going. Success isn't a secret. It's a system. And now it's your turn to work the system until it works for you. Let's begin with a truth most people never notice. Success doesn't only come from what you do, it also comes from where you are and what you believe. Think of your life like a garden. If you plant good seeds in toxic soil, what happens? Nothing good. The plant can't grow. It gets choked. It dies. It's the same with you. You can have the best goals, the best intentions, even the best habits. But if your environment is full of negativity and your mindset is full of fear, success can't grow. Let's talk about how to fix that. Your environment shapes you more than you think. Look around you. Who are you spending time with? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What energy surrounds your daily life? You become what you're around. If you're always surrounded by people who complain, people who doubt themselves, people who settle for less, that will become your normal. Not because you choose it, but because that energy seeps in. But the opposite is also true. If you surround yourself with winners, you think like a winner. You speak like a winner. You act like a winner. That's why your environment is so powerful. It's like air. You can't always see it, but it feeds everything you do. So change your air. Change your space. Change your circle. If someone doesn't believe in you, you don't need to fight them. Just distance yourself. You don't have to hate them. Just protect your mind from their limits. What you feed your mind grows your mind is a garden too, and thoughts are the seeds. If you feed it fear, doubt grows. If you feed it excuses, failure grows. But if you feed it belief, if you feed it faith, if you feed it vision, success starts to grow. It's not magic, it's mental nutrition. So what are you feeding your mind every day? Are you watching negativity online? Are you scrolling through failure and comparison? Are you replaying old mistakes in your head? Or are you choosing uplifting books, powerful teachings, positive, forward-focused thinking? This one choice alone can change your entire future. Your brain is always listening. So start speaking to it like you believe in your life. Your mindset is the operating system of success. Think of your mindset like the software that runs everything in your life. You can have talent, you can have skill, you can even have luck. But if your mindset is full of fear, doubt, and hesitation, You will sabotage your own progress. Here's a powerful truth. Your life moves in the direction of your strongest thoughts. So if your thoughts are full of, I can't, your life will reflect that. But if your thoughts say, I can figure this out, even when it's hard, you stay in the game. Mindset isn't pretending life is perfect. It's deciding that no matter what happens, you won't give up. You'll adapt. You'll grow. You'll rise. That's the mindset that wins. The silent killers, comfort and comparison. Let's talk about two invisible enemies of success, comfort and comparison. Comfort says, stay where you are. You're safe here. But success lives outside that zone. Nothing new grows in your comfort zone. Nothing big happens where everything is easy. You must learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where growth begins. Now, comparison, it's a thief. When you're busy watching someone else's journey, you lose sight of your own. Their pace is not your pace. Their path is not your path. And their story is not your story. You don't have to beat anyone. You just have to beat your old self. Every single day. Build an environment that works for you. So how do you shift your environment and mindset? Let's keep it simple. 1. Audit your circle. Who lifts you? Who drains you? Choose wisely. 2. Create a growth zone. Set up your space to inspire success. Books, quotes, clean space, reminders of your goals. 3. Feed your mind daily. Motivation isn't a one-time thing. Read, listen, and watch things that grow your belief. 4. Protect your peace. Silence the noise. Stay off negative social media. Cut out drama. 5. Speak life over yourself. Every morning, tell yourself something powerful. It rewires your brain over time. 6. Track your thoughts. Notice when fear shows up. Don't fight it. Replace it. Final truth. Your world. Outside follows your world inside. Before any success shows up outside of you, it must be born inside of you. Your thoughts shape your words. Your words shape your actions. Your actions shape your life. So if you want to build a successful life, build a successful mindset, and create a successful environment. That's not just motivation. That's strategy. Your environment is the soil. Your mindset is the seed. And your actions are the water. Put all three together, and nothing can stop your growth. Let's start with the simple truth that most people miss. Dreams don't work unless you do. You can plan, you can visualize, you can even pray. But nothing changes until you show up every single day. Success is not about big actions once in a while. It's about small actions done daily without excuses. This is the part where people fall off. They get excited at the beginning, but when things get tough, they quit. But if you want to win, you must do this one thing: execute, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Consistency over intensity. Here's a powerful truth. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to do something every day. Most people wait for motivation, but the people who win, they rely on systems. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush once a month for 3 hours. You do it every day for 2 minutes. That's how real success is built. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Show up for yourself every day, even when it's boring, even when you're tired, even when nobody's watching. Because each time you do, you build momentum, and momentum creates miracles. The power of routines. What's your morning routine? What's the first thing you do when you wake up? What you do in the first hour of your day often decides the quality of your life. Here's why. Your brain wakes up looking for direction. If you don't give it structure, it will default to distraction. So here's a simple morning system. 1. Silence. Take 5 minutes to breathe or pray. 2. Vision. Look at your goals. Read them. Feel them. 3. Action. Do one small task that moves you forward. That's it. You don't need a fancy routine. You need a repeatable one. One that says, I'm in charge of my day, not the world. The 3 commitments: time, energy, and focus. Now, let's talk about the 3 things you must protect every day: time, energy, and focus. If you waste these, success becomes impossible. Let's break them down. Time. Stop spending hours on things that don't matter. Say no more often. Energy. Stay away from people and things that drain you. Not everything deserves your response. Focus. Multitasking is a lie. Pick one thing. Do it with excellence. Each day, ask yourself, what's the one thing I must complete today that moves me closer to my goal? And then, do it. before checking your phone, before the noise begins, before excuses show up. That one thing, done daily, becomes your edge. Track, adjust, repeat. Successful people don't just work hard. They measure. They track progress. They notice what works. They fix what doesn't. And most of all, they don't quit when it's slow. Write this down. Slow progress is still progress. Even if you move just 1% today, you're closer than you were yesterday. You don't need a perfect record. You need a pattern of showing up. Check in with yourself every week. What went well? What needs to change? What's the next step? Then get back to work. Adjust. Don't abandon. Mastery is boring, but it works. Nobody tells you this part. Success is often boring. It's doing the same basic things over and over until they become part of you. There's no hype, no applause, just you, doing the work. But here's the reward. While others burn out chasing shortcuts, you quietly rise. Because you're not chasing excitement, you're chasing excellence. And excellence is built in private by people who stay consistent when no one's watching. You already have enough. Now use it. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Don't wait to feel ready. You are ready. You don't need more motivation. You need movement. Start now, with what you have, where you are. That's how systems work. They don't need perfection. They just need execution. And if you show up, day after day, week after week, the system will reward you. It always does. Final words. Make it yours. Here's the final secret. This system won't work unless you do. No mentor, no video, no quote can replace the power of your own hands, your own habits, your own heart. So take this system, make it yours, customize it, build around your life, and most of all, stick with it, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because that's where success lives, not in secrets, but in systems. And the system that works is the one you use.